bless him with the bulletproof. Mobb Deep.
Shade 45, Sway in the morning, eye for an eye, man. We just honoring the life and legacy of Prodigy today, man. I invited a couple friends to come by. We just got DJ Premier off the air, man. And if there was a group that from the South that kind of made a similar imprint on the culture that Mobb Deep did, in the sense that this group from the South, you know, really defied the lines and went off the beaten path and created something sonically that the world wasn't used to, especially coming from the South, will be Outkast, right? And Outkast went on to have such great success, mainstream credibility as well as underground credibility and everything in between. So a good friend of mine from Outkast, man, this dude keep pushing out records and doing things different, pushing the envelope for himself as an artist. And he's back with the new album, the solo album that's out now. It's called Boomiverse. Just fresh off that Big Grounds project. Give it up for the one and only Big Boi.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. Just super fantastic, phenomenally well, perfectly whole and complete. Living life.
Damn, great breath control.
He speaks in rhymes.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to, did Outkast and Mobb Deep ever perform on the same stage, or did you get a chance to meet?
I believe we did. Like back in the day, you know, we were doing, you know, the underground circuit or whatever, and we you know, saw each other in passing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny, though, because when we were first coming out from Atlanta, and then they were first coming out from New York, it was like the same. It's like looking in the mirror, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were like our up north cousins, you know what I mean? And by that time, we had bald heads when we first started, and they had bald heads, and we was like, oh man, we gonna grow our hair back. You know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah, dead serious. When we met Organized Noise, we had bald heads, and we freestyled to the What's the Scenario remix for Rico Wade. And that's one thing Reek loved about us. He was like, we would just look hard with bald heads. Then we seen Mobb Deep with bald heads. I'm like, man. Grew our hair back.
Grew your hair, so you ran away from looking like somebody else.
Yeah.
That's interesting because a lot of people ran too looking like y'all back then.
Yeah, man. But, you know, we always, you know, when they go right, we go left. Just like today. The same thing, man.
The same thing.
Yep.
So when you do these projects, you always think it, because when I listen to the Boomiverse project, it's, to me, consistent to what I expect from you now. Like you set a high standard musically, like the musicality in it, so multi-layered.
Yeah, man. You know, we just want to keep pushing it forward. You know what I mean? Like, you know, right now, if you turn on the radio and you push play or just turn it on, like it might be in the car for 5 hours and it seems like you listen to the same song. You know, the same rhyme cadences, everybody rhyming the same, and same snares and hi-hats. And so like what we do is, you know, like the Outkast formula is to go away from the norm.
Well, you know, that's the South, you know, doing in a sense, because of the success that came from the South. Now you got everybody in the country trying to rap and sound like the South.
That's hard too. It's amazing, man, to see the tide turn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's all flavor. I think one thing we did was give artistic freedom, from the fashion to the music, and you know, all the young cats that grew up on us saw that we wasn't playing by the rules, so they're not playing by them either.
They're not playing by the rules. Fashion, man, I never forget looking at you guys' videos and then looking at Big's videos and seeing how you guys kind of influenced Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, man. We started out, you know, we was all like, you know, Ashton had us all together, coming out together. Craig Mack, Biggie, Outkast, you know what I mean? Puffy directed our first video, Players Ball. We had the Fur Kangos, you know what I mean? And yeah, he took some of that back.
Took some of that back home, right?
Yeah, a little sauce. He family. That's family.
That's okay when it's family.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like when you go to the family function, you go to the, you know, the Thanksgiving dinner, and you make a plate that you could take home. You know, you can eat it once you get home.
How do you relate everything to food?
You know, 'cause, you know, food gives life, gives strength.
There you go.
Okay, you know, Boomiverse. You know, you got, you know, the usuals. Killer Mike, Currency is on there. Sleepy Brown, of course.
Yeah.
There's a song called Order of Operations on this that I was listening to the lyrics. By the way, Big Boi is here. You know him as a solo artist. You know him from Outkast. You want to talk with him, 888-742-3345. And the hook of Order of Operations. Well, first of all, Order of Operations, what did that mean to you when you wrote that song?
My Uncle Trick, you know, told me years ago, like the operation grind-and-stack, you know what I mean? Like, just because you're getting it, you need to, you know, you need to preserve it, and then later on you ain't gonna have to do nothing, you know what I mean? So that stuck with me. And so those are the order operations. I've been on Operation Grind-and-Stack for about 23 years now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been good for my children and my family, and just my family and friends, and everybody who I employ in all my businesses. I try to show them how to get it and stack it. You know what I mean? So where they can enjoy life. Yeah.
In the chorus, you say first 100K you bought a Lexus.
Yeah.
This is true.
The butt naked truth. Yeah.
What kind of Lexus was it?
GS 300. I saw Jay-Z in the Dead President's video with it. He had the silver one, and then Rico rented one, and we did the Players Ball video. No, the album photo shoot.
Yeah.
Rico rented one from like Hertz Rent-A-Car. And then I was like, oh, I got to have this. So when Players Ball went #1, we got solicited for a publishing deal from Chrysalis, who's been very good to me and my family.
Wow.
And went and bought it cash. Got me an apartment after that. And then I also invested back in myself by buying a SB 1200, a MPC drum machine, some keyboards, and then me and Dre started producing our own records. And then from that, we started producing elevators and ATLs. And so then the publishing was like stacking up, you know what I mean?
Because you guys were the solo writers on it, right?
Yeah.
Minus the samples you might have used.
No samples.
No samples.
No,
so you weren't sampling on purpose back then?
Yeah, we try to stay away from that, bro.
Back then?
We stay away from that.
This is like 96, 97?
95.
95?
We stay away from that. We try, even to this day now, the music is free flowing. You know what I mean? Like Ray from Organized Noise is behind the boards heavy with me. And if it's a sample, boy, he gonna get that out of there, and he gonna put something in there that sounds 8 times better than what it was. You know what I mean?
So Boomiverse doesn't have any samples?
Boomiverse has the one Hatsune Miku Vocaloid sound reference from like a program, but it's not a sample. We didn't have to claim it as a sample though.
In the front of Kill Jill, who's that?
That's the Hatsune Miku.
That's the sample you're talking about?
It's from the program. Like, but
Okay.
it's something that you just pay for one time, like a
That's like
license.
a royalty-free,
Yeah.
license-free, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. In that same hook, you said, in my first million, I bought land. When you made your first million.
Yeah,
You were 20 when
Yeah.
you made that first million?
absolutely.
You were 20 years old when you made that first million?
Yeah. We went on the road. We were 17 years old. We had a #1 single, Players Ball, by the time we was 18, 19, we was on the road. And so we went out on the road and we was getting money, and the publishing started coming in, and, just started stacking it up. Yeah.
This is my friend too, man.
What's that?
No, it's my longtime friend right
Yeah.
here, brother. He say I'm not I'm his friend.
That's family right there, man.
That's family
That's
right there,
family.
man. Come on.
He was the first one to break out records in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Sway, the Wake Up Show.
Yeah,
Sway
man.
and King Tech. You know what I mean? Like, they was shipping us out to San Francisco before we even can go around Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we was on that. Hootie hoo. Y'all was killing your records, man. Let's order of operation, man. Big Boi is here. 888-742-3345. Call us.
Yeah. Shout out to Eric Bellinger, man. That's my dog.
Order of operations.
Yeah. Sway in the morning. That's Big Boi. New album is called
Order of
Boomiverse.
operations.
Stir Solo is in stores right now. That's called Order of Operations. A lot of good music, a lot of great features. Killer Mike. I'm gonna play a Killer Mike's on here. Pimp C. You got a Pimp C verse?
Yeah, man. One of my good friends is Corey Moe, who produced a lot of the UGK records. And him and TM88 did a song, and then he got a bunch of Pimp C. I got another Pimp C song with Killer Mike on that's crazy.
Really?
That's on Sack 2. This Boomiverse is Sack 1. So he brought me this record like, bruh, I gotta have you and Gucci and Pimp C on the record. You don't know what it'll do for the South. He brought it to the studio, and it reminded me of some of that Riding Dirty. And I was like, man, I'm on it. And laced it.
Laced it.
Laced it,
We're gonna
man.
play that in a second. Big Boi is here. We got Bobby on the line from Dallas. Bobby, what up?
Bobby.
What's up, man? Hey, I love y'all. I love this show.
Thank you.
Tracy G, Heather B.
Hey, bro.
Heather B always hit me back, too, every time I comment on Instagram. But I had a comment for Big Boi.
What up, buddy?
I want to know, have you seen the Tupac movie? What do you think about it? And how do you feel about them making an Outkast movie?
Yeah, I saw it. I went to the premiere out in L.A. It was good, man. It was cool. I mean, I could have got a little bit more dialogue, you know what I mean? But, for me being a Tupac fan and that being one of my partners, it was just good to kind of see them recreate the story and kind of fill in some of the blanks with some of the stuff I didn't know. But they did leave a lot of stuff that I did know out of the movie, so I knew, it wasn't all the way full. One of the things that struck me about the movie, and I told Organized Noise this, is that the last song he listened to was Blackberry Molasses.
Yeah.
And that was Organized Noise. You know what I mean? And they didn't even know that it was in the movie. So that was real tough, man. And as far as Outkast movie, we're trying to see if we're going to get to do it. We are going to do it because we want to be a part of the movie, and we don't want nobody telling our story without us being there. You know what I mean? But know that it's going to be all the way 100.
Thanks for your call, Bobby. Thanks for listening. You're a citizen.
That's way in the morning.
I just bumped into 3 Stacks. But
Everybody bumping into him.
everybody bumping into him, but
Whole Foods.
wasn't Whole Foods. Well, you funny though.
That's what everybody say they
Say
saying.
that
Whole Foods. Yeah.
I saw him at the Newark airport like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And walking by himself.
Yeah.
With a bass clarinet on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he walked up to me, "Hey man, what's up, Sway?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "What the fuck?" Dude, I haven't seen him in years. I was
Right.
like, "Yo, what's up?" And him and I just stood there talking in the middle of the walkway, and kids are running up like damn near fainting in front of him.
Yeah.
And he's taking pictures. Seemed like he's so at peace.
Yeah, he is, man. We put a lot of work in. You know what I mean? That's why like people like the Outkast album. We've been we're working for a long time. You know what I mean? The man want to enjoy the fruits of his labor. His son just went off to college.
7.
So
right?
now, so he's living between here and Atlanta. So now he got some me time. You know what I mean? And hopefully I can catch him before I get out of town. But he been trying to hang out with me every night. But I've been having to do morning shows, and I told him I had to come see you this morning. So then I got to
You
fly.
could have brought him with you. You know that, right?
He probably wasn't gonna get up. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, like that's definitely my brother. I love him, man. And we got a group chat where we Dungeon Family. We talk every day. Crazy. These boys are comedians.
Oh, they're hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
For sure.
What would you say? You spoke a little bit while the music was playing about doing the festival circuit. You spoke candidly about publishing and the power of that. If there's anything else that stands out about this business that you've learned, what's another big lesson that you could share?
You have to invest in your live performances is the thing. It ain't no money in selling records. Like really, that's why you have record labels giving these artists these 360 deals, because they ain't making no money off of the record sales or the streams. It's like, I look at it as if the music is free, but concert tickets and merchandise and everything else costs money, and it builds your brands. You know what I mean? So if you put together a show, you need to go out there with your band, and you need to, get the people what they want. I mean, like I invest in my show. Like I might spend, 20,000-30,000 just to bring my band to perform with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On top of what I'm doing, but that enables me to do 100 dates a year. You know what I mean? So invest in your live show. Stop rapping over the words. People came to the show to hear you, not the aux chord, and then just get the people what they want.
Big Boi is here. Boomiverse, the album is out now.
I just recently watched the Art of Organized Noise on Netflix, a documentary that talks about the beginnings, from where you are then to where you are now and everybody in between. What do you miss most about those days?
I think I miss most just us being together all day, every day. It was like a slumber party for years in our high school years. Like in the dungeon, everybody had sleeping bags. I mean, we didn't have a lot of food. We all ate off the same plate, and we saw each other every day. And now everybody's kind of spread out. Like we don't get to see each other that much. You know what I mean? But as far as me and Organized Noise, I own the studio, Stankonia in Atlanta. We're together every day, but like CeeLo might be out of town, and Gip might come through every now and then, but with Dre being up here, we kind of scattered all over the place. But I just miss us being in the same house all the time.
There's a quote out there. Steve Jobs, actually, he said once, "You can only connect the dots looking backwards." And it makes me think, for someone with such a storied career history, was there a moment in your past where in the present you felt like it was a mistake, you felt like it was low, but you realized it actually catapulted you to be in the right lane?
I think maybe touring. I got to give this up to Michael Blue Williams. Like on the first round of tours, the money wasn't what we wanted it to be, but he was like, "I'm telling you, you go do this first round, you do the chilling circuit, then we're going to come back, we're going to do theaters, then we're going to come back, and then we're going to be doing like big rooms." And we took the hit, you know what I'm saying? And along with your merchandising and your T-shirts and everything and rocking the crowd, like it worked out. So you got to go sow them seeds first for the plants to grow. So, got to do that.
Hey, so I want to take you back to get to Fort, First of all, I want to say congratulations on the career you set up for yourself, because a lot of folks out there, Outkast as a collective went on a hiatus and making music, would have fell off the wayside. You kept going. Oh, yeah. Sir Lucius Left Foot kept going. But you mentioned when you first rapped in front of Rico and you did something to the scenario. What was it?
What's the Scenario remix? Tribe Called Quest with the Kid Hood, rest in peace him. Get pulled up to the beauty supply store with a Zuzu Trooper. And me and Dre just went for broke for about 7-8 minutes long straight, and that's how we hooked up with Organized Noise.
Yo, you think we could recreate that moment at all?
I don't even be rapping like that.
What would have happened if he threw the beat on him, man?
I don't rap in the morning. No. I don't rap in the morning, man. I would, man.
I know you would.
I would, man. I would, man. But
I have to make that.
I know. You
know me.
You know I go for it too, man. But I don't even rap in the morning, man. Unless it's the night before, I don't even rap in the morning, man. I'm telling you. Yeah.
You gotta start doing Sway at night.
No, I already did it, man.
Sway at night, damn.
You almost got me. He said that thing go good, too. That's what he almost got me. I mean, I'm talking about, he had the hook in my mouth and everything. I was like, oh my God, what is he doing?
Oh shit,
man! I brought back that old school Sway and Tech setup right there, boy. You never even knew it was happening.
Man, I sure did, boy.
You be in the middle of the verse before you realized you was rapping, man.
Yeah, man. I don't rap in the morning, man.
When I look at you, man, I'm happy. Even with the current situation, what happened with Prodigy, man, I'm happy that man got to live his life and live his passion and. It's so important now because I talk about the voice of our generation, this generation, our peers, and so on and so forth. What we pushing for, especially we becoming slaves to these digital platforms, and people are willing to do and say anything for the sake of relevance and make sure their name is in the conversation at your expense. They'll rip your skin off. So to make sure they got a job the next day and somebody's clicking on their site or looking at their show. But I dare say, man, I want to celebrate your life.
Yes.
My own life.
That's right.
Have the B's, Tracy, everybody in this business. We got to celebrate each other.
We got to.
What we've done is, phenomenal. It's this culture has always been against the grain. We created a lane, carved a lane for ourselves. So those who are successful in it, we should celebrate. You agree?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You can't wait till somebody's not here and then it'll be like, oh man, they were, we miss them. Oh, God, it was so great. Like, you got to do it while they're here, man, because they ain't here to hear you. Of course, they might be up above and watching down, but when you want them to experience the feelings of all that love, maybe some of that energy could have pushed them forward, you know what I mean, and energize that person, you know what I mean? So you hold people up while they're here.
Hold them up. Well, I hold you up. I love you.
I love you too,
right,
brother.
Man.
Thank you, man, for everything, man.
Every
for
time.
Sure.
We got more work to do. We still popping.
Come on, man.
Man, we still pop. Look at us. We look good, man.
Boy, look at all these lights and cameras and such.
Come on, man.
In
come
here,
on, man.
For sure, man.
The president knows us.
Yeah, hey, man. Most definitely.
Yeah, in the past one, too.
Come on. Well, I'm out here on the stump like the Black Trump. It's Boomiverse, but people love me, though.
There it is. All right.
Yeah, that's what we doing.
That's what we doing, man. I'm in the interview with In the South featuring Gucci and Pimp C.
Let's
Come
go,
on,
man.
You hear my ear work.
Come on, man.
All right, this Big Boy.
Let's go.
Boomiverse.
Out now.
It's Sway in the morning. Only on Shade 45.